going to ask you several questions.
How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel?
Wavy, 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 wavy. Just that I'm not an overground type time. Get with it to get last in line. You dig me? Laying down on my bed with these thoughts on my mind. I know this my moment, but when is my time? I'm doing these shows coming through with the flow, and I still didn't blow, but they say I'm the bomb. I pray that my fans is longer than these lines. I get on that stage hoping that I don't choke. I done look around, tuning into the crowd, and I found that my sound is something.
When you see these shirts, I'm not just selling the shirt like the shirt is dope. I'm selling the intention.
Fact.
I mean, that goes for a show that I do. Anything I do, I never focus on the money, because money is everywhere. Like money always comes out. I always say, what is the wow? What is the story? You know what I mean?
Money is a metaphor. You know what I'm saying?
Money is a metaphor.
It represents energy. I think I saw that. It's on my Facebook memory, so that's why. But still, money represents energy, and that's why I'm buying the product. You feel me? This Dre shirt right there, I copped the shirt off my man's too. But I'm buying the product because I support my man's and what he stands for, and I see the vision, and I want to be a part of the vision. So for all you artists out there, if you try and sell me or somebody else some stuff, and we don't got no type of relationship, or you know what I'm saying, or your page, I just can't connect with your page. Like you gotta build some type of rapport or some type of something to connect with the people you're selling to. Like who's your target audience and how are you connecting?
Exactly.
And just want to put that out there because y'all be wilding sometimes.
I believe in this product. I'm not so crazy to charge $100 because I understand my market. But I also have faith that somebody would be willing to put $25 of their dollars into this shirt because of what it represents. And me, one thing I always stress to artists, like I would say, I was talking to my homie, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he put a post up, like he put like a memory of a poll, and in the poll he said, "Should I put merch out?"
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
And he was upset, like, "Yo, I bought these shirts and nobody got them." I hit him up with the quickness, like, "Nigga, take this down, bro." Number one, I looked on your page. You look good at everybody else's stuff except for yours,
Where
bro.
your stuff at? I gotta see. As soon as I come on your page, I gotta see your stuff.
Yeah.
Heavy, come on.
You know what I mean?
Promote you.
Yeah, stop being fake humble.
And that's something I appreciate too. Like Eli on his stories, like he steady dropping game to people. Like, yo, talk your shit. Like you the best. You feel me?
Talk
like
your
believe
shit,
it.
Man.
Talk it. Believe it. Let people know. Don't be all this humble humility. Like, no, you work too hard to. You know what I'm saying? He grinding too hard not to, promote himself to the top standard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's passive aggressive. I mean, like, when I used to do that, I used to do it with the hidden intention of, "Oh no, bro, you doing your thing, bro."
Yeah, like they come back and
it's like I'm looking for the validity of a nigga that working 9 to 5 that tell me that I'm doing a good job. And there's no offense to anybody that works a 9 to 5. If there's stability, like if you enjoy the stability and it makes your day, like the lady that I go to at the post office when I'm delivering my shirts, she love her job. Like bro, she will back up a line because she having a 5-minute conversation with me while she packaging my shit. Like I'm like, dope. So if that's what you like, cool. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
So no, I can't afford to be fake humble. You know what I mean? Like I got way too much. Like I got way too much going on with my purpose, and my purpose intersects with other people who don't know their purpose yet. Like my kids. So they gotta see. Like, it's kind of like your favorite drug dealer, feel me? Or like a 70s pimp, you know what I mean? We don't love them because they silent, you know what I mean? We love them because they loud and they boisterous and yeah, like
yeah, we gravitate towards that. Because, you know what I'm saying, you see the confidence in them, and you respect niggas that's confident and they carry their stuff. Yeah. And it's like, that's what we strive to be as well. If we're not that, so it only makes sense. Rep what you do.
Yeah.
Throw it up. Like, when you live in your truth and you authentic to yourself, like you in your own lane, like you don't need to hop on no waves or nothing, because you are uniquely you, and nobody could take that away from you. Like whatever you do is going to be your genetic blueprint, and
that's facts.
you winning if you know what I mean, you tap into who you are, know thyself, and you whatever you apply that to is going to be you. Because people be worried about it. They be like, oh, you know, a lot of people, like for women, a lot of people already do, you know, makeup, or all these people do hair, or all these people rap already. Why should I? It's because if you connect to that and it speaks to you, then you're going to do it differently, no matter what it is. Everybody could be doing it, but the way you're going to deliver it is going to be different from everybody else, because you know who you are, and boom.
Can I add more gems on top of those gems? And when you being true to yourself, you'll be able to discern whether that career that you're pursuing is really meant for you or not. You feel me? Like I would say that one of the things that I'm seeing is just the oversaturation of different things. So like rapping, if more people was just more honest, like bro, even if you have skill, like bro, you got the skill, you're not an MC though. I mean, and just having that honest conversation, like, yo, maybe you should put that passion into something else. I mean, and find out what that something is, because it's gonna do a couple of things. One, is gonna free you from the burden of feeling like you gotta prove something to everybody. You don't gotta prove nothing to nobody but yourself. And two, it's gonna put you in alignment with other people who are called to share your purpose but don't have anybody as a barometer to like show them that this is possible. It's a lot of young niggas out here that's future chess prodigies right now, but can't nobody awaken that element in them because don't nobody want to play chess. You know what I mean? Or like you know, it don't just gotta be a lawyer or a doctor. Like there's so many avenues that can be explored.
And that's the thing. Like we're not exposed to a lot of things growing up, and the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it's all about chasing the bag or getting to the money.
Yeah, we so limited.
Yeah, like that's understandable. Like we gotta get the money, but it's like that creates the oversaturation because you see one example winning and it's like, oh, now I gotta do that because that's all I know. Chasing the bag versus chasing our passion and being in tune with ourselves and knowing, having that discernment, basically, like you were saying, like you couldn't stay at jobs because like you wasn't feeling it, or you got fired. And I was the same way. Like I was at UPS and I walked in one day and I was like, oh, I got dip. They like, you don't got another job or nothing? I'm like, no, I just gotta get out of here. Like, I don't care about none of this shit, bro. Facts.
Right.
So yeah, they was confused. They're like, look, if you ever want to come back, you know, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, that's strong.
Yo. And that's something that a lot of people don't have. Now, granted, I don't recommend that for everybody.
Right.
I mean, like obviously, if you got kids, you got to pay rent or something. Stick around a little bit.
Responsibilities.
Yeah, feel me?
Yeah, I don't got those. So that's why you could make no type of move.
Right.
But no, if you got children, you got a wife, you got family you gotta take care of. Definitely, your responsibilities come first. But some of us is blessed to be able to move around more freely. You know what I'm saying? Make those type of wild choices. But
and I think you touched on something that was very important. We're very limited to our possibilities. Like, so I graduated from Gratz, and I remember when we was in the library, and I looked at the yearbooks, and I started going back into the 70s. Like Gratz been the black school forever. They had tennis teams. They had lacrosse teams. Like they had so many different clubs. And I'm like, oh snap! Like, all right. So I started to see the dynamic. Like, all right, cool.
Diversity.
This is premeditated on us. Like, yo, let's take away everything. You know what I mean? That's why it's important to, like, I always tell people, yo, if you don't walk in your purpose, we gonna keep blaming the school district, and the school district just gonna keep. We apologize and never changing nothing. Feel me? And what I love, I don't even want to dive into it because I feel like you pretty much go and ask the question, but just pretty much like I say that to say that when you walk into your purpose, you're able to create those possibilities that you had to wrestle to find in yourself, and you can make it easier. Not easy because without struggle there's no progress, but it's a lot easier to pinpoint like, oh, that's dope. Like maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. But if it's just rapping, playing basketball, now granted I just happen to be somebody that actually had the gift and saw the passion in rapping, so it worked, you know what I mean? But let's say I really didn't want to be a rapper.
Right.
I'd have been asked out. You know what I mean?
Yo, cause like he was saying, like we gotta stop placing the blame on like everything, our environment, our circumstances.
Yeah.
To some extent, you gotta take responsibility, boss up, and take the power in which you have and the power in which your community has and put it together. We got the resources, so it's like let's make it happen. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta team up and put that work in. And to the point of diversity, that's what I was gonna say. I was at this class and the boy was using the example of archery. Bulls making $10,000 in an archery competition. First place, or just I think he was saying like just to even, be in that joint, to come in first, second, or third, you get like a lot of money. And it's like, yo, archery I want to learn archery. Yeah. That's fun. Like just on some athletic type time and some, or just pool tournaments. Like it's so many different type joints. Even like he was saying, they took the programs out of school with like construction and stuff like that. Bro, they got so many like construction programs where they pay you to learn it. And then you get into the union, you making what doctors are making, bro. And you spent the same amount of time learning these trades, whether that's carpentry, electrician, whether that's plumbing, pipe, steel work. Like carpentry, one of the lowest, you making 40, 50,000. But finished carpentry is different. You making more because it's more detail. Electrician is making 80,000. You know what I'm saying? And then you could go into the union and you could do your work on the side. Yeah. So it's like, and you getting money. The government gives you grants and stuff to fund your own company, like minority companies and all that. It's all this game in that field that we don't hear about or talk about. But shout out to TFAD, Trades for a Difference. They putting the work in. It's other programs in the community. I be sharing them, Jones. You tap into, Trades for a Difference and stuff. They always sharing these type Jones, but it's that awareness, it's that diversity, us being represented in these areas, and man, these conversations. You feel me?
Yeah,